Back on the show is Jesse Ronson, who's going to be fighting for the vacant lightweight title coming up here at TKO 41 on December 8th. He's going to be rematching Derek Gauthier. This feels like deja vu. Jesse, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good.
How much of a benefit is it the fact that you have TJ Laramie competing on this card and you get to train with him, and also Chad's got a fight coming up, shortly after yours. Having guys that are getting ready for fights at the same time.
It just keeps everybody sharp because with Chad's fight coming up, neither of us like to say like, oh, you got the better of me today, right? So we're always trying to keep it like to one up each other or just stay on the same level. So we're always pushing each other to try hard. And with TJ, he came down a couple of weeks ago, but I had to go to the bank. I had a business thing to do, and it's something for another day.
Yes.
And so I didn't get a chance to spar with him. But hopefully maybe this week I'm going to have to message him. But yeah, having these guys getting ready for fights just means that they're in shape, they're ready. They want to show that they're ready. So I got to stay sharp and ready too.
How's the weight cut going? I know you always work with your nutritionist and everything going according to plan.
Yeah, it's hard to keep the weight on because training for 5.5s, like my weight started getting real low. And again, I didn't want to, I hated going into a wrestling practice, start clinching up with guys and like, wow, man, you're feeling real small. As good as that just means that these guys can throw me around. And again, the chance of getting hurt is up there and higher because the guys that I train with are, 205, 210. They're all bigger guys. And then Chad, who's 190, I think. And so I'm 175 right now. Like last week at the end of I was getting down to about 71, 72. And I was like, man, they still got like 4 weeks to go. I can't afford to be this small. Again, I don't want to afford Gauthier any advantages. But yeah, the diet's going real well.
Awesome. How do you see this fight ending? Are we going to get another finish here on December 8th?
For sure, I'm going to finish him. I said I was going to drag it out and torture him for every round just to make sure that he would retire when the fight was over with. I haven't, it's still in there. I might do that. But like I said, I'm a guy that wants to either finish it faster or more spectacular. So this time you might get a little bit of both. I'm not just going to sit around and wait because I figured out his range and I figured out his style of striking. So unless he kind of tweaked that a little bit, which I doubt he has, I'm gonna push it in the first round. I'm gonna push it in the second, and I'm gonna keep pushing until I gas. Normally I wait it out, kind of, but now I'm gonna be pushing the pace just to see how long it takes for him to break. With me putting my foot to the gas.
Has TKO told you anything? If you win the title, what's sort of next for you after this? Who sort of the next challengers are, or anything like that? Because it seems like you beat everyone they put in front of you.
I don't know who it would be. I think they're kind of aiming at the winner of Kevin Genero and Michael Dufour, who's on the undercard. But both those guys are 4-2, and I don't want to fight another guy that's 5-1, 4-2, or 5-2, or whatever it is. So when I win this belt, I'm going to call out somebody that has at least, I don't know who, but somebody that has at least 15 fights, like 15 or more fights. I'm looking at February 23rd as the next date, and I'm hoping Stefan brings TKO to London, Ontario at Budweiser Gardens, where I can defend my title there.
Awesome. I like
that. It'll be the first
time
TKO comes out of Montreal.
I think that would be awesome. Because especially there's a lot of London guys, like yourself, and also just the fact you've got guys like TJ and Tony Laramie who are from Windsor, which isn't that far away.
Yeah, exactly. So TJ wins his belt, or even if he doesn't, which I think he will win, but even if he doesn't, he can come on the card. He can be like the co-main event, and we can get Chris Hordesky back for one last match. We got Malcolm, right? We got a bunch of guys around. We could sell a lot of tickets. I doubt we could, with the way the MMA scene is around London and the surrounding areas, that people aren't MMA fans, they're just UFC fans. So it's hard to sell tickets to a local show, but I'm pretty sure we could sell 5,000 tickets there.
Before I let you go, what are you watching on TV right now, on Netflix, anything like that? What's getting you through training camp right now?
I don't really watch much TV now. Well, I do, but I'm into Forged in Fire. If you ever heard of that show on the History Channel, they get a couple of Smiths come in and make knives, and then they make weapons from history. I really like that show. I'm still seriously into Rick and Morty, even though season 3 just ended. That's pretty much all I look for right now. Cartoons and Forged in Fire.
It's a good selection there. But everyone's got to check out this fight. It's TKO 41. It's coming up here December 8th, live on UFC Fight Pass. Jesse, it was great getting a chance to catch up with you, man. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media. And if you got any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, you can hit me up on Twitter at Ronsoff, Ronsoff. I don't really use it that much. I try and hit it up at least once a week. My Facebook, Jesse Ronson, or Jesse the Body Snatcher Ronson. Instagram, jronson24. Sponsors, again, as always, the King Files Rahman. He's always in my corner helping me out. My new business called Our Clinic on 125 Fanshawe Park Road. Sarah Land, who's an attorney in Montreal. Thanks for her sponsorship. Chad Stewart at Moores, the custom suit hookup. I really appreciate that. My buddy Dave Spilt.